Here we are again. My name is G, the seeker of truth, and this is Spiritual State. And yes, your spirit is at stake. How y'all doing? Everybody all right? That's good, that's good. I wanna get into take this time for a bit of educational moment in a sense. And let's talk about this word that been through at me the last couple of days. Transliterated. Transliteration. It was transliterated from this. It was a transliteration from this. It was a transliteration of this. And then some say, well, what is the definition of transliteration? So let's get into what the definition is. Transliteration, the process of converting a word or phrase from one writing system to another while preserving the original pronunciation. The original pronunciation. And it's a transliteration can be helpful in improving communication between people who use different scripts, helping people become familiar with the sound of a language, extracting entities like names, addresses, and songs in your local language and converting them into the English and Latin alphabet. Transliterations are designed to convey the pronunciation of the original word. The pronunciation of the original word in a different script. So, what is you saying, G? That's mean I'm saying that in order for something to truly be transliterated, we must know how to spell it like it is originally spelt and say it like it is originally sounded. Not spell it like this and say it like that. That is not a transliteration, that is a translation of what you thought the word meant or what you thought it was. I just read the definition to you of what true transliteration is, and you still not gonna get it. Transliteration, let me tell you, here go an example of transliteration. When you was in high school and you had French class and you had Spanish class, but you had to take one of them, right? And you go into them classes, they don't teach you this is how you say hello in Spanish, but this is how we want you to say it here. They say this is how you say it. You say bonjour, and they teach you how to spell it. They teach you how to converse in the language. Not translate the language, not think of or try to freestyle what you think the meaning of it is. They say the letter J came off the letter I and say it wasn't even distinguished, and it was two of them that they say they credit the distinguishing of the letter I to the letter J. They say Pierre Ramus was one of them, right? And go look that up. And then the other one they say is Gian Giori Tesserino, the Italian author. Person say, it might do some good if you did your studying first. All I do is study. All I do is study. You probably should study. Like we say here in Spiritual State, you ain't gotta believe me. I don't care if you don't believe me. Go look it up. Go look it up. But that is transliteration. French, Spanish classes, that is a transliteration because you are learning how to write it like they write it and say it like they say it. That's plain right there. That's plain right there. That's what transliteration is. And like I say, don't believe me. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to go look it up for yourself. Go look it up for yourself. See it with your own eyes. Let it sit in your spirit. Let it marinate like a steak. Let it sit in your spirit. And everybody ain't gonna get it. Everybody not gonna get it. But it's for everybody to get. The information is for everybody to get. And the reason a person don't want to get it is because they wasn't taught to get it. This is what they was taught to believe. This is what they going, but this is what it is. This is what they been taught. But that's what I was taught too, but something didn't sit right. It was too many loopholes, too many what moments, right? And then why would a person have to rightly divide the word of truth? Right? If it was right there, if the answer was right there, I'd say this is what this means. This is how you spell it. This is how you spell it. But the word say in Jeremiah 17:5, thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arms, and whose heart departed from the Lord. That's what I'm telling you. Don't believe me. Go look it up for yourself. Since day one here at Spiritual State, I've reiterated the same thing. Go look it up for yourself with two things. Y'all know I'm a little country and I don't pronounce every word right. Them the two things that I always reiterate. I ain't gonna say every word right. Go look it up for yourself. And go look it up for yourself. You ain't gotta believe. Don't believe me. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to go look it up for yourself. Don't go to church and sit in a service and listen to the preacher. Don't go to Bible study and listen to the preacher. Go look it up for yourself. And I'm going to let you know like this. When you break that shovel out, you're going to need another one because it get deep. But you ain't going to receive that. Some people ain't going to receive that for the same reason some people can't receive that you ain't supposed to have no picture of Jesus in your house. Or what they say look like Jesus. Well, you better shut your mouth, G. How dare you say something like that? I didn't say it. It's in the 10 Commandments. Do I got to prove it to you? You know I got receipts. Let's go. Let's take this little trip. Come on. Come on, let's go over here. Exodus 20. Let's start at 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me. So once again, you ain't supposed to have no picture of what's supposed to be Jesus up in your house. You're not supposed to have nothing that's supposed to resemble anything of the higher deity in your house, in your car. And then you get mad because I say that Warren Selman was the one that painted the head of Christ. But did you go look it up? Did I lie to you? You get offended when I talk about the Last Supper painting. And Leonardo da Vinci was the one that painted that. Did these men see Jesus? Huh? For real, ask yourself that. For them that's really on that level, because like I say, everybody not going to get it, but somebody going to hear it and it's going to strike a nerve. It's going to strike a nerve so much that they're going to be like, you know what? Let me go give me another piece of this steak and see what's really going on. And then somebody going to be like, well, I don't care what he say. And that's cool. That's fine because like I say, I don't care if you don't believe it. Go look it up for yourself. I'm going to reiterate that time and time again. Go look it up for yourself. Somebody say, man, it's just, matter of fact, we ain't even going to even forget what they say. The work got to be did. Now, excuse me. Now I just read to you at the word in Jeremiah, talking about putting your trust in man. And I'm sitting here telling you, a man, to go look it up for yourself. But that ain't the only time it was said. So let's go on over here. Now remember I said that's Exodus 20, 3, 4, 5. Exodus 23, 4, and 5. Go look at that. Because it don't matter what you say. It don't matter what you say Jesus is, right? You can say he in heaven. You can say he on earth. It don't matter what you say he is. You ain't supposed to have no picture of him or anything that's supposed to be in the likeness of him. So fight that. Deal with that. Deal with Exodus 20. Deal with that. Because I ain't the one that said that. But hold on. Let's go over here to Deuteronomy 5, 6. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters beneath it. Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting iniquities of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. And I can already hear your argument. He ain't talking about him, though. He talking about other gods. And my question to you is the same. Who was the person that told you that this is what Jesus looked like and painted a picture of him and put him up? For those that say it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. They all one, so it's straight that we doing it like that. But the word clearly just said now. And if you really on the Father, the Son, in that Trinitarian thought process, the word still applies because you will still say that the Son is the Father. He said you ain't supposed to have no images up. So what angle are you coming from other than what you was taught? You have now. If you have not dug into this word and truly studied this word for yourself, because when you study this word, it's going to take you outside. It's going to take you to other places because it's got to. But you don't want to go because you scared. And then I say unto you, where is your faith if you scared? Because the Bible tell you that God did not give you the spirit of fear. First King, chapter 2, verse 3. And keep the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself. Like I say, I ain't trying to make nobody believe me. There's a lot of information out here, and it's out there for you to get it. But you just really got to want that information. And if your soul or your spirit, if it doesn't thrive for wanting something more, for feeling like it's missing, like it's voided, like it's not in completion, come eat with me. Come eat with me. And I'm all down for open debates. Right? But have information. And please, I'm not the one of them that's gonna get mad, right? If you say, gee, I want to look this up and it don't say what you said it did. Okay, but you did like I asked you to. You did what was asked. And all that, we just trying to get you to go look it up, so you can see it for yourself. And I do keep in mind that the word say they're going to have eyes and not being able to see, and have ears and not being able to hear. I get that. I'm not rocking with you. I ain't going to give up. I'm keep pushing. And these words going to slowly seep in. And things going to start to make sense. Or they not. But I ain't going to lie to you blatantly. I'm not going to never ask you to believe in me. I'm not going to ever ask you to follow me. Not me. I just ask you to go look it up for yourself. That's it. I gave you a definition of what transliteration was. I gave you the prime example from your schooling. When you went to French class and Spanish class, and they taught you how to write bonjour, and they told you to say bonjour, that's transliteration, right? Because we are keeping the original pronunciation. I can't take a word that sounds like this over here where it started at, where it originated from. I can't take that word and write it like this and say it sound like this. That's not transliteration. That's a lie. That's a lie. Transliteration, they would have taught us how to spell it and say it like they say it from the beginning. When you was learning how to talk, it like the American tongue can, why not? They teach you everything else. When you coming up, they teach you how to speak. And if over time, growing up, if they would have been saying the original name and writing it the original way,